Hi guys, it's Sonelias and welcome to Kingdom Come Deliverance, a game by Warhorse Studios. Was originally released in 2018, currently we're at 2021. Key reason I wanted to basically try out this game because it's got lots of similarities with Skyrim, playing in a similar kind of era, but not necessarily the same world. This is more our own world, but then of course a historical setting in there. What we're going to do is we're going to basically play a brand new game here in normal mode. So yeah, there's of course an intro. We can actually skip through some of that. We are a blacksmith's son in a village called Skeletts. There's actually some silver mines here and so forth, as well as of course farmlands around here. But our dad is basically crafting a sword for the local lord. And as part of the introduction, we have to of course help him with getting some of the resources he needs. Now, I don't want to bore you with all of that, so I'm actually going to skip through most of this, and we're actually going to wake up in our dad's house, or our parents' house, and our mum is actually waking us up and starting a conversation with us. Now, this point in the game is one of the really only points in the game where we can actually make a choice in terms of what stats we want to develop, basically by simply making a choice in what we do here. Now, speech is typically one of those skills that's the hardest to develop.
Much. Well, I hope he didn't.
So I'm actually going to choose the speech skill here.
You think he's...
All right.
Okay. And of course, I basically want to get an idea of actually what's going on
He's not as...
I know.
in the game here.
He always says his...
Okay. I'm basically skipping through lots of these conversations because in reality it's
Do you need me to do anything?
You're...
interesting, of course, to get an idea of what's going on.
No, I haven't seen... There shouldn't be...
Now, some of these conversations actually have an impact upon actually how future conversations with other people will develop. So this choice I made here will actually make it possible for me to have additional conversation options with my father afterwards. Okay, so our mum told us quite a bit about basically what we could do and so forth. I'm actually going to pick up all of these items here. All the food items I can pick up here, of course, are beneficial to basically pick up because I can sell them without actually being seen as stolen items. Bread rolls, apples, whatever else we've got here. Oops, I just sat down by accident. Can I look sideways? Inventory. Can I pick up anything directly from the table? No, I cannot. So we're going to get up from here. Now you might have noticed that once we were sitting down, there were a few icons that were actually at my disposal there, or actually indicators. So at the moment we see that next to our health bar and our stats bar, we do see that we are currently hungry. And because of our actual hunger level, we do actually see that our vitality, I think it is, the bar, the yellow bar at the bottom, it's actually suppressed. It's not at its max as it could be. Now, one of the things you will see as I, for example, start jumping around here in the game is we're able to boost certain of our stats steadily over time by repeating some of these kind of exercise, maybe I should say. And as I'm jumping, you also see that basically ultimately my vision will basically start fogging up somewhat, which really indicates that basically I'm exceeding my natural capacity to do certain things. Okay. So in here we basically got items we can take. I'm only going to take one of these savory snaps for the moment. That's basically something you need to be able to save the game. Yeah, you need savory snaps to be able to save the game. But like I said, I'm going to basically pick up pretty much all the items within here first to be able to sell these in the village for a bit of money. Now, the key reason I'm doing that, because money is of course needed at the very beginning here already. Is there anything else there? No, I've already opened that one. And if I basically have got items to sell, so much the better. Makes my life a little bit easier. So apples and so forth, always a good resource. I'd love to be able to open a chest, but I need a lockpick. I don't have a lockpick yet, so that's something that basically I need to have on my wish list, maybe I should say. All of the items that I want to pick up later on. Alright, let's pick up the last bits here, and that's pretty much plundered the entire house empty. Cool. Now, at this point, once I actually get outside, the system actually tells me I need to go to my father. Great. Great. It is one of the things I need to do, but as you see me doing here, I can actually, in the game, start picking up flowers. That's actually done using a skill called Herbalism. Now, you can of course develop that skill further as you go into the game, and actually you can actually then start getting some perks from that. Now, I don't want to bore you with that, so I actually will do that off screen in a moment. But what I will do with you at this point in time, I will make my way into the village, and in the village itself, I will start selling the items I actually took from the house, and I'll try to do so for a profit. Now, you see that currently I'm running. And when I'm running, the same thing happens in terms of my vitality. My stamina bar is dropping. Okay, so my stamina bar is dropping, which of course indicates I need to do something with my vitality bar or my stamina. Standing still for a while helps you rest up, helps you recover your stamina and so forth. But what I really want to do at this point, I want to basically start boosting some of my skills somewhat. Alright, I'm going to basically trade with this lady here. I'm going to sell her, for example, all these apples. She gave me about 5.2. I'm going to sell her the beets, the bread. That's already at 7, as you can see. So we got 2 bread rolls here. I got cabbage. I got 8 of those. That should take me to about 9. If I basically sell her the carrots as well, it should take me to about 12. Okay, 12.8, a nice amount. The other items I can sell, of course, maybe indoors to the other merchant. But let's for the moment go to our basket and actually start haggling with this lady.
Let's talk about the price.
Okay.
Why not?
It's a really good thing to basically get to grips with, haggling. Now, this, of course, in the beginning gives you a bit of an introduction to actually how to do the haggling. Yep, so we can actually go through the different pages. So you see, of course, at the top, the money that the merchant has. I think that looks slightly different now in the latest updates here anyways, but you see the original price listed there, the trader's offer, your own offer. And you can, of course, increase or decrease that price as you go along. Now, at the bottom of the screen, you do see that little face icon with the yellow circle around it. That gives you a bit of a feel for how much the trader might be willing to basically move the price, or how close you are to reaching an agreement with the trader as such. All right, let's get going. Let's get this done. So let's try first at 15.
Less.
That is too high. So she comes up with an offer of 13.5. She's not too dissatisfied. I'm willing to settle for that for now. Okay.
So what is it you need?
Okay, perfect. So I'm actually going to go indoors here to the other trader that's located here. Going to have a conversation with her. And again, I'm going to sell some of those items that I've got on me. Now, do bear in mind that, of course, selling those items will, of course, have a positive impact upon my carrying capacity, because at the moment, of course, that takes up some of the weight of the capacity that I've got here. Okay, I'm going to sell these items here as well. So, perfect. So that should be giving me about 13.3, if I'm not mistaken. So again, we're going to go to the basket and we're going to do the haggling option from there once again.
Do something about the price.
Naturally.
Okay. We're going to try to push that price up somewhat. That might be
That's
a little bit
still
steep.
too much.
Luckily, she does come up to 14.5.
I'll go for that.
But we're settling for that price as is at the moment. Now, looking at our character sheet, you should see that the speech level has actually increased slightly. The original conversation we had with our mother will have boosted it slightly. And of course, it's gone up since further, because of course we've been haggling with the merchants and so forth. You'll also see that the actual vitality's gone up a little bit here. And of course, we're currently on a level 1 here, where we can actually make a single choice in terms of development already if we wanted to. Now, I'm not going to do that yet, but what we will do, of course, we're going to basically temporarily stop the recording here, and we'll come back here in a minute once we're ready to, of course, carry on. Now, key reason I'm going to do that is because I'm going to do some of the stuff that's quite repetitive, quite boring. I don't want to bore you with that. So I will be right back. All right, we're back at this particular crossroads. Now, in the meantime, we've collected a heck of a lot of stuff here. Lots of nettles, valerians, and so forth. And that actually has led to us gaining some additional skills. So in terms of herbalism, we can now choose a skill. As you can see, skill level is 8, but we can also choose a perk. We already have resistance here, which we picked up thanks to having collected enough poisonous herbs or nettles. Basically, our vitality is permanently increased by +2, which is great. We can actually boost our charisma by +2 as well, or basically do something in terms of our horse. Now, personally, I think the flower power is quite powerful, and I'm actually going to learn that one here. So we're going to learn the flower power, And as you can see, our charisma is now boosted by an extra 2 points, so that stands at 9. In terms of stats, I've been jumping around a lot, and as you can see, we basically see a boost in terms of vitality here already. And of course, that booster on charisma is also listed. We're going to try to, of course, get our speech level up even further. And we're going to do that by, of course, going back into the trader here. Don't know why the door is closed, but okay.
God,
Let's
God's
speak to the lady.
blessings. Good luck then.
Right, let's see what we can sell to this lady here. Dandelion, I've got a heck of a lot of it. Okay, so how much are we going to sell here? Let's sell 89 of that. Okay, a nice amount of money we can get for that. I'm going to haggle on that.
I'd like to discuss.
Sure.
Okay,
Are we agreed?
That's too much.
yes, I know it is too much. That's why I'm trying to find a middle ground.
I'll go for that.
Right, for now I'm just going to accept that one. Let's have a look carefully again. I should see there's been a slight boost in terms of that. Let's trade once again.
Good luck then.
I've got more stuff to sell, quite a lot more. To be honest, of course, I got this sage I can sell here. I want to keep 7. Ooh, look at that. That is an immense amount of money. Now, to be honest, I think what I'm actually going to do here, I'm actually going to... not sell it to this lady, I'm actually going to sell it to one of the other traders here. I'm actually going to sell it to this gentleman here.
Fabric,
Good day.
Key reason being, I want to be able to buy something off of him as well. So let's sell my sage here. Actually, he doesn't have enough money for that, does he? So let's remove some of this. There we go. Let's haggle on that.
I'd like to dis.
Aye.
No, unfortunately, we cannot increase the price by that much.
For the night. I have it all.
Because that's pretty much all he's got.
I'd almost.
Lace, linen,
All right.
silk. Come right up and take some home.
What can I
He
do?
took pretty much most of his money already.
That's all for today.
Thanks. Here is your.
How are you?
Oh, good. Let's talk trade.
Take care.
Now, as you can see, we got still a lot of that nettle here. We're going to basically try to sell 113 or 136, probably I should have said, to this particular trader here.
Can we do something?
Aye.
Okay. Let's push that price
What do you say?
up.
That's too much.
My fine wares will
brighten your everyday.
What about this?
I'd almost shake.
Okay.
I'll go for that.
Alright. So that was a good bit of trading we did. Now I do want to buy something that this particular trader does sell.
That's all for today.
He actually sells some repair kits.
Down it.
Those can actually be used, of course, to build up our skill in maintenance. So there is, of course, the cobbler one, and there's the tailor one there. He's got the small version and the big version. Now, I don't have enough big money yet for the big version, but of course I can go for the small version. And again, I should be able to haggle that down to a more affordable
Let's
price.
talk about.
Naturally.
Since it's.
You're a right.
Yes, I am.
Aye.
Nice. So we've been able to use a bit of our persuasion skills here to basically get him to a price that works for us. We can at that point, of course, sell him some more stuff here. Let's sell him 25 of that one, and actually sell him a bunch of this stuff here as well. Let's haggle on that. Let's see how far we can get that
Let's
price
talk about the price.
to a good
What?
position.
Instruments and tools. Everything for work and home.
Are we agreed?
Less.
Yes, that's fine.
Fabric, thread, buttons, laces.
Forget
Come,
it then.
people,
Ouch,
come.
that hurts.
I'm so pleased about all
That
this.
wasn't my intention, but let's try it again.
Take care.
25, I think I said. 24, that's fine. Yeah, if you overdo it in the haggling, sometimes you basically lose reputation because of that.
Aye.
What do you say to...
You're a right.
Yes, I am.
That's a sum.
Okay.
Strong,
Okay, guys, I hope that makes sense thus far. I'll basically do some more of that data collection, or sort of collection of herbs and so forth in the meantime, and I'll be back in a minute. I'll basically take us back to this particular point here then, so I'll see you shortly. Alright, we're back to the same spot as before, but this time I actually got you something else to teach. So, okay, there we go. So let's go back to our player character bits. In herbalism, we've actually reached level 10. So let's get rid of this. Level 10, as you can see, we got another perk we can actually get here. And we can, of course, go for Horsenip. I don't want that. Botanist actually gives me additional money for when I'm selling my herbs. But what might be quite interesting is to get the leg day option. It's quite powerful because it actually helps you boost your strength as you collect more herbs. So I'm actually going to learn that, and we're going to basically utilize that. We should, of course, also see that we basically still have a skill here to learn. I'm going to leave that for now. We're going to come back onto that later. But for now, I think we're good where we are at as such. So I'm going to carry on with basically gathering some more herbs, selling them, and we'll basically carry on from there. See you shortly. Bye. Alright guys, thanks again. We're going to carry on from this point. I've actually gotten quite a lot of extra stuff in my bags in the meantime. Lots of nettles and so forth, but unfortunately they're all out of money in town. But what we'll see, actually we got a few nice stats that we basically have been able to increase. Bodies carrying, I don't really want to do much of that myself. Stronghold is a quite interesting one. Basically blocking an opponent's strike with your shield will cost you less stamina. To be honest, I think that's the one I want to go for, but I'm not 100% sure yet. We do, of course, have also one here for a vitality. I think thick-blooded is a useful one because at least we bleed slower. I can run faster, but also tire faster. Yeah, I'm not quite decided upon that either. But as you can see, we are in herbalism level 14 at this point and stealth level 1. Anyways, what we wanted to do at this point, we really wanted to basically get started on the main quest line, which we do by speaking to Father. Before we're going to speak to Father, though, we're going to dump some of our stuff into the crate at home, because I don't want to basically carry everything around with me continuously. So it's actually going to be quite useful to, of course, put stuff away in the crate, where later on in the game we can actually pick up those items once again. Okay. So I'm basically running around. And I'm actually going to put these into there as such, all of them. Dandelion I'm going to keep in my pocket. Marigold I'm going to keep in my pocket. The nettles I'm going to put away. The sage I'm going to put away. The blacksmith's kit I'm going to put away. I'm going to put these away. Tailor's kit I'm going to put away. I'm going to keep this in Johnsworth. Nettles, thistles I'm going to put away. And the valerian I'm going to put away. So that basically creates a lot of carrying capacity again for me. As you can see, we stand at 237 in terms of groschen that we basically collected thus far. And actually we were able to buy a few kits, as you might have seen. Right, let's start the conversation with our father at this point.
With you?
So at this particular point in time, we basically get a bit of an explanation of actually what we can do in terms of the interaction or conversations with other people. And it basically gives me a nice understanding of actually how it all fits. We see how ours compares to our counterparties, as you will see on this page here. So let's actually get out of there. So we can actually see we got 3 choices.
Sorry, Father.
How, my boy? Anyway,
Anyways,
what?
okay.
I'm running out.
I'll need some money
He
then.
needs a few items.
That's
Goodness.
well, you're a bit.
Sure I'll be happy.
Not quite.
You want me to go and pick...
And ale.
Her name is...
Right. So,
So we got our list of quest items that we basically need to collect. If we press on the J key, we can actually, of course, see all the items that we need to do here. So that's our journal or quest journal. They're falling under the main journal quests here. If I click on the M, I can see the location of each of those individual items quite clearly here as well. We can quite clearly also see our fast travel locations that we can travel to as such. So this is the only fast travel point we can go to. It seems to indicate that we can go out of the wall, but I very much doubt that actually works. We shouldn't be able to go outside of the wall. But let's go to the keep here. And of course there we can have a conversation with the first person that we come across here. Yannick.
I'll be with you.
I'm with you, Henry.
How are you?
I'm
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzik.
Right.
I can't wait.
My conversation, our speech has just increased.
Ah, shut up.
Right away.
Right, so we collect indeed the pommel of the sword that's been crafted in Sasau,
After today.
or the crossguard I probably should say. Can I speak to the other one? No, I cannot. So yeah, both of them are no longer in conversing mode. But because we just have leveled our speech, I should be able to apply a perk to there. A couple of different options, so I can do highborn, lowborn. This gives me additional speech capabilities with them. And final offer. Yeah, I'm not sure which is the best one. I'm kind of inclined to basically go for final offer, but there are better ones that we can actually get later on. This is one I really, really want to get. But for now, let's leave that as is. So we got our crossguard. We now, of course, need to basically go to the guy downstairs. What's his name? Ooh, I keep on forgetting. It's the guy that's down here. Ouch. Oh, luckily didn't break anything, which helps. It's Kunish. Hello, Kunish.
God be with you.
What do you want?
What do you want? Well,
My
my father sent me to basically pick up some money.
You know you owe.
I told you I have no...
Right, we can choose either between the debts must be paid or pay you drunkard.
Look.
If I had anything to give, I'd give it. But I've got nothing. So leave and don't come back.
Right, so I was successful. Okay, cool. So I'm just going into the house to basically find out that this chest is locked. So at this point it should tell me. It should tell me to basically... I thought it should be able to tell me at least. Did I get the items? No, I don't think I did I? No.
What's that?
Alright, Kunish is still busy. What does it say here? Interesting. I need to find another way of actually getting that, it looks like, which is fine.
How are you, Henry?
I can talk to this gentleman here.
No mother's ha- I don't want to spoken like.
Alright,
Yes.
I'll join you
Alright.
shortly. It's going to take him a little while to basically get that done.
Are you quite well?
Yes, I am. Unfortunately, he's seen me, hasn't he? Alright, cool. Let's carry him into his house. Door key, Kunish key. Right, is that stealing? No, it's not stealing. We're just taking back what's ours anyways, or at least my father's. Let's go do our sword practice now. Right, a lot of things we can do here. We're basically making our way up here quickly. Right, at this point we should be able to build up our skills quite nicely.
So, can we get started?
Yes, we can.
We can.
Good.
Right.
Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it. All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself. Not bad. Again. All right. Very good. All right. Good.
Right, so that's fine. That was our
The blade
slashing.
is for stabbing. Try it a few times. Good.
So we completed stabbing once.
Now you're getting it. Very good.
Okay.
Good. Let's try something else.
So he's now going to ask me to basically create a series or a chain.
Strikes. I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another.
Right, we're going to keep on practicing this as much as I can. Okay. Did I just hit him?
Fine.
My sword skills just increased. Ooh, my warfare has increased and my strength has also increased. Interesting. That's good. I'm trying to basically build this up even further. Alright, let's get our stamina back at least a little bit.
Nice.
That was a nice strike.
Not bad. Again.
Ah, I built up my sword skill yet even further.
That's enough.
Cool.
I don't know about you, but I'm tired and thirsty.
Can imagine.
Remember though, train hard. No one becomes a master sword.
No, I very much doubt that they do. Anyways, in skills, combat, I should see that my sword has gone up to level 2. I need to be level 3 to be able to do other things like this here. So left, bottom right, and a middle. Okay. Alright, so let's get out of there. Thanks for your lessons. So if I'm not mistaken, we should be able to see that our reputation still stands at a good level. We're going to go into the yard of the inn. And as I do so, we should start seeing a conversation between a couple of characters taking place here.
You can't be serious, Deutsch. In insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only now even the Pope.
God be with you,
I'm going to skip part of that.
I'm with you. Deutsch has gone too far.
Deutsch is insulting the king.
Wenceslas is our right.
Okay. So at this particular point in time, we of course get a choice to basically come up with some options here.
I knew you wouldn't miss out on all.
Right. So with our friends, we're able to go to Deutsch's house.
Here you are.
Yes.
In good health.
Okay.
So we do it.
Wait,
Why?
but maybe.
And that's
I.
why me?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Perfect. So I'm basically being picked to do some of the chores here. That's fine. No problem with that. So let's get that done. So let's basically have that conversation with Deutsch's wife in just a second. So bear with me and I'll be back in just a minute. All right. So what we're supposed to do is we're of course supposed to go and do a conversation with this young lady here. And we can easily do that by just talking to her and basically telling her that basically her husband has been bad speaking to the king.
Well, he kept saying.
God almighty.
He might have meant.
Thank you for telling me. I just hope I...
Right, that should get his wife away from here. And that should of course allow us to basically then engage in throwing poo at his house. We lose some reputation because of this, but okay, so be it. So we're going to get into a scuffle now, it looks like. We're going to get into unarmed combat. Here's a bit of a guidance, this particular note here on how to do it, which is fine.
What's the matter? Come on.
Take that!
He surrendered.
What are you doing? For God's sake! Stop right now! The control is on his way!
Let's go! Run, you coward!
Run away. Right, come on guys. Need to catch my breath. Catchpole's on his way, at least supposedly. So we're supposed to be able to meet up near Kunish, I believe.
Hey.
Run from the catchpole with your friends. Yes, okay. Meet the lads at Kunish's. Okay, that's fine. Let's make our way there then. Do I actually have a key for any of these? I thought I would have a key for this particular house, but apparently not. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our way towards Kunish's house. near there. And there they go, my friends. More herbs and such to be found here. Not many, but at least a few. Let's wash ourselves, because I bet we look bloodied and everything at this point.
God save you, Henry.
Thanks, guys.
Well, we sorted that. That old bat.
True, but I'm worried that.
Well,
Good point.
Right.
It's not as if.
Anyway.
Right, that was good. A little bit of fun here, at least. Educational. What's the last bit? We need to basically get some ale from the tavern. Cool. Deutsch's wife, Deutsch. Alex, the bailiff.
Laces, come, people, come.
Welcome, Henry.
Bianca, hello.
God save my.
Alright, let's just try to smooch her. Now she's selling something that could be quite useful. Tavern Life. I'd like to buy that book. So I'm actually going to haggle for that book.
Let's have a word.
Why not?
Okay.
We agree.
That's not in.
I know it's not enough, darling.
That's a sum.
Right, let's see what we can do for her.
Take care.
Right, she doesn't want to buy anything of mine, so that's fine.
Here, just as you.
And then, of course, we're going to basically say...
The Deutsche.
Oh,
Well, I'd say his. I need ale.
a pitcher.
Aye.
Good luck then.
Alright, she's gotten me a picture. Or at least she's getting me a picture, probably
You
I
are.
should say.
Thanks.
It's on me to.
Out of the question. Thanks.
Alright.
You'll have. Vanya.
I suppose.
He promised to teach.
What use?
Enough.
Hal,
Is that so?
your favorite.
Really?
Ooh.
You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank
So
me.
she gave me some extra savory snaps, which of course is always welcome. 5 to be precise. Wow, nice. Should bring my total up to 7 if I'm not mistaken. So at the moment I cannot read that book. I need to find someone who can teach me. I need to go back to father, it says. As you can see, the description already says it. The game auto saves at important points along the way. Now I do want to basically go by my mother, because my mother is the person in the game, at least at this early stage, who can actually heal me up for free.
Ma? Oh,
Yeah, a bit squeamish is what he
there
sounds
you
like.
are. You ought to learn.
Thanks, Ma.
Okay, so let's actually have a quick look here. So I've got quite a few things I don't necessarily want to carry with me all the time. Actually want to pick up the bandages I've got. I believe I've got some bandages in here. There we go. Just in case. Marigold concoction. Okay. Right, so let's go to father, and let's actually, oops, I didn't want to close that door, but apparently I did accidentally close it. So let's make our way towards father, and let's actually ask him about what he'd done in the other city he's been to. That's what Mom was alluding to at this early stage. So we're going to ask him, what did he do in Cottonburg?
What did you actually do?
Oh, all sorts. But I'd
like to see.
I'll take you.
And do you know some?
We've known.
Alright, so now about the real thing.
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job.
Alright, cool.
Well done.
Now, the one thing we missed out on in basically what we've done here, we missed out on the opportunity to get some picklocks. Because with picklocks, we would have been able to steal...
Look at that, lad. Well, that's
at least get our hands on
what does the inscription mean?
some extra money in town. Anyways, I'm going to skip parts of this.
The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready.
So, the Lord actually... Has he been by? I'm not quite sure. So, nails for Teresa. Do I have them with me? I'm not sure. No, I need to get them from the chest. Go back to Father at the forge. So, I've done that. So really, this is the last opportunity you have to do something in town here before the end of this particular scene here.
God,
Henry, are you...
So yeah, if you did want to do something, this is the last chance. Once you basically hand this in, it really starts the end scene of
Maybe we'll see.
this part where we were still in this town. And it looks like Henry has got his eyes on that girl there.
Fine lass, eh? Now stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire.
Alright, trial by fire indeed it is. Alright. We're going to skip through this. Unfortunately, basically, our father will get killed by invading faction here. And what we now end up basically doing is we're going to have to escape from the town itself. So we're able to, of course, run away here. We can make our way out of here. Bearing in mind that the game has saved just before this particular point in time. So we can actually, yeah, make our way out of here. And get, of course, away from that particular region. Now we do have to rescue Teresa because Teresa is being molested by these guys here. You probably can hear her in the distance already. Okay. Tartar thieves is what she calls them. Okay. So as you can see, there's a couple of horses at my disposal here. Right, so this is a description of the horseback riding. So we basically whistled at the bandits, or the Tartars, and they basically will be going after me at this point. So X basically calls the horse by whistling, and then you can mount it, of course. Left shift basically makes it possible for the horse to follow a path. W left shift basically makes it go faster. Double shift makes it go into a gallop. Right, so that should have actually rescued Teresa, is that right? Yeah, it does. So you do see on the bottom, you don't just have the yellow bar to indicate your stamina, you also have the green bar to indicate the horse's stamina and so forth. So the guys are following me on foot, it looks like. They won't be able to really stay ahead of me. Ouch, that was unfortunately, this guy will shoot me in the leg, and there's no escaping that. That's just, unfortunately, part of what's going to happen here in this particular cutscene. Now, as you can see, we are bleeding at the moment.
Yeah.
Gallop the horse, of course. Ouch, I just got hit more. It doesn't help. They are, of course, trying to shoot me further.
Left. Talmberg is to the left, along the stream.
Okay. So we made our way out of the town itself where we were residing. And I don't understand a word of what it is that he's saying, unfortunately.
Flee! No, Jeref te goni!
Alright, they're shooting more at me, but I wanted to basically give the horse a chance to rest up a little bit. So I discovered bits on the map here, that's perfectly fine. But I do want to basically get out of here.
Kill you all!
And basically get away from these Tartars.
Flee! To Talmberg!
Alright, so once we make our way to Talmberg, well, we won't actually make it all the way to Talmberg directly. We'll get close enough, so at least we'll be in the defensive reach of the castle of Talmberg, and that should happen just
run for it.
A little bit over that little hill here. I believe there's a foresting camp. Which of course should give us a chance to get away from them properly. And once we got away from them properly, that will be the main thing we wanted to do. So like I said earlier, we missed out on an opportunity to basically get some lockpicks in the previous town and actually loot some of the chests there. We were not able to do that because we'd actually bought the charcoal before we actually spoke to Father. That's basically what broke that option, so at least made it unavailable for me. Anyways, we're going to be able to skip through here, we're going to be able to make it into the castle, and we will have been rescued or healed by one of the local lords. And we will actually have to present ourselves to the Lord. Anyways, we had a conversation with the Lord, so the game is just doing a final bit of loading. So we had that conversation. At this particular point in time, we've been directed to speak to the actual gentleman downstairs. Sir Robert, I believe is what he's called.
You've done well, lad.
And he's basically going to give us an option to basically get some food.
I heard about your father.
Our stomach is basically rumbling at this point.
Actually.
But I think at this point in time, it's actually a great time for us to call it a day. So guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next one. But of course, in the next one, we're going to carry on from this point onwards. Thank you. Bye-bye.